Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be reviewing the 2025 Range Rover Velar. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Land Rover here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Velar. I'll include a link to the website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 247 horsepower and then 269 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, I really like this color. It's a really cool kind of like cement gray, I guess is the way you could put it. Got the Range Rover logo there on either side and then also here in the center as well. And just like the other new Range Rovers, they've gone for a minimalist design. You can see the lights are pretty flush with the grille there. And then notice not a lot of colors, right? You just have the body painted sections, then you have the blacked out sections. So yeah, putting it all together, I mean, it looks clean. Now around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 265 40 22 in the front and over in the rear. You can see the wheels completely blacked out. And then you got the red brake caliper as well. I think that looks sharp. And then no fender flare or anything like that. You do have this blacked out trim piece though. And then this has the door handles that pop in and out, which is pretty cool. And then you can see with the mirror cap and the roof how that's all blacked out. And then here's your full side view with the Velar. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the opening here for the hatch, and then that's for the lights, and then Land Rover. Now popping inside of the cargo area, you can see we've got a cargo cover built in from the factory. We've got this to raise and lower the suspension. You can see you got a 12 volt here in the back as well. Nice carpeting all throughout. Got a spare tire underneath, and then this is cool with the trim pieces. When you're all done, just press that and that will lower the hatch right back down. I love how the taillight wraps around. I think that's pretty cool to design. Range Rover yet again, then you got Velar down below. So putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here of the Velar. Now taking a look at the door panel in the back, soft touch here, and then also down below. This is cool with the trim that goes across. But yeah, nice material use. I love the look of the handle too, that's pretty cool. And look at these seats. So pop the headrest there, but perforated down the center portion. Legroom back here is pretty solid. Got a little storage area. And then you can see we've got our own climate zone in the back. And then headroom, it's pretty good. Now taking a look at the front door panel again, soft touch here and down below. All of our window controls. Notice the memory seat function there. And again, the cool look with the handle. Blind spot monitoring for the mirrors. Then take a look at the front seat here, again perforated all down the center portion. All of our adjustments on the side. And you can see this open up the hatch, and this is nice. And then also soft touch on the dash. So taking a look at the steering wheel, nice trim all around. Got paddle shifters there on the back for the 8-speed. Practical controls on the front, like for cruise control, for example, voice command controls, all of that. Nice stitching here, the airbag cover. Turn signal / light stock, and then windshield wiper stock. Full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can use to see different bits of info. We can also change, the information that it displays in the center. And then you can see in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, solid resolution. And this screen is very important. So everything's controlled in this screen now. Again, Land Rover is going for minimalist with the design. So if you want to, change the drive modes, for example, it's all in the screen now, which is, definitely interesting. You can also change the ride height with the screen as well, as you can see. But yeah, the climate, that's another thing that's controlled in the screen. For example, like if I want to do the seats, right? Boom, in the screen. So it's just interesting that they've kind of gone for that, but at least this is very responsive. Nice trim across the dash, again soft touch there, and then with the glove box, pretty good storage, and then we have more storage here as well. I like this that goes across. Little shifter here for the 8-speed, but yeah, literally no buttons or anything. Got some cup holders, and then it's interesting with the center console armrest, but yeah, again, nice trim here on the top. And then we do have our controls here for the panoramic sunroof. So here's the motor circuit for this 25 Velar. Lots of standard equipment. There's your base MSRP, 63.6. Got a few options though on it. Some of them quite pricey, like the 22-inch wheels. Wow. 78,135 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do a blind spot monitoring. And to the rear. Let's set off in the Velar. I noticed that Range Rover always gets the new model year for the Velar out the fastest. It's always the first of any new model year Range Rover that I review. It's always the Velar. It's pretty quick. Smooth. Smooth too. It's a nice ride. Yeah, the air suspension helps out quite a bit with the ride quality because again, this has huge wheels, 22-inch wheels. They look great, but you know, with a bigger wheel like that, you've got a little bit less sidewall on the tires, so kind of creates a little bit more harshness. It's interesting. Always gotta be careful here in Salt Lake when you make turns, because people just, they cross the road when they're gonna cross the road. But yeah, it's nice. I think it drives pretty well. Excuse me. See what the acceleration's like. Transmission's pretty smooth, but yeah, not incredibly quick. It's expected, right? It's 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's the entry-level powertrain. Get a review on the inline 6 when I can, but summing things up, I think the exterior of the Velar, again, minimalist. It's a nice design. It still looks good to this day. Like when you look at the car, it's a nice look. And then the interior is nice on this as well. I like the tight fit and finish, and I like this, whatever this material is, it's like very soft to the touch. It's a nice trim, and it's comfortable. It drives well. Again, powertrains leaves a little bit to be desired, but it's not horrible by any means. So let me know what you guys think about the Velar. Let me know what you think about this new minimalist theme. I personally like physical buttons, but you know, it does clean up the interior when you don't have a bunch of physical controls all over the place.